Everyone who has ever existed made something that impacted the earth in some way. Big or small, nature bear witness, even when humanity does not. A creation may be seen by many or few, but how many is irrelevant. It was there. Human nature is governed by innovation, the gnawing, scratching itch in the back of your mind to do better. As an individual, this can literally mean small changes. I'm sure we all understand that small changes add up. As a whole, we move forward. It's common sense when you consider medicine, science, architecture. Every facet of the life we live would not exist without the ability to create in the first place. We are constantly making complex analyses of our environment and using this information to compound upon itself, giving us the tools we previously imagined. This alone is not what makes us great. When we share this new information with the community around us, from this point, life as we know it originated. The union of 10 billion people we would call society is built on ideas. These ideas inspire more ideas, so on and so forth.
A really big thing videos like this tend to talk about is you don't know who you're going to inspire, right? Could be, somebody in Nebraska, could be somebody in Timbuktu. You don't know who your message is going to speak to. So that's why it's important to always be putting something out there. Inspiration can come from anything. That's why I included the montage in the beginning, because creation isn't necessarily about your interpretation. The mere idea of creating something is to put it into the universe. You can be the one who made it entirely, blood, sweat, and tears in the project, but what's the point in all? You don't know what they're going to do, what they're going to take from it. You don't know whether or not they're going to get the wrong ideas. But putting something out there with a impactful message can bring you to that next step in your artistic journey.
Okay. Recently I watched the entire Star Wars non-trilogy, the sequels, the prequels, and the original trilogy. I'll give it a bit of a review. Obviously, the original trilogy is the best. It's not as good as anybody remembers. Every time you rewatch it, it's fine. It is great though. It's good enough. It's some of the best sci-fi there is, but it's not the best cinema there is, for sure. The prequels are great too. Everybody loves the prequels, except for all the people that hate them. They're better than you remember. I'd say if you like Star Wars, you should rewatch them. That's really all I have to say about them. The sequels are also better than you remember. You kind of just wanted to hate them. I'm going to say that Rey is the most powerful Jedi we've ever seen on screen, and that's not even debatable, for a moment. Not even debatable for a moment. The reason I bring up Star Wars is because it's about the vision. When George Lucas was creating the original trilogy, he had all that backstory in mind to some degree. He knew Vader had fallen from grace and, had given birth to the twins, right? He had all that in mind. That's the vision. You gotta have vision when you're creating something if you want to make something that lasts and something as big as a non-trilogy, because I think we all have goals to be seen. If you want to create, chances are you want to create for others, right? And something like Star Wars is one of those goalposts that you could never set for yourself. You kind of just end up hitting it. But if you want to get there, you got to make something good. So there's plenty that you can take from something like Star Wars or any other super franchise to benefit you and your art, however your art ends up, It's supposed to be casual. Maybe you don't want to be as big as Star Wars or anything, but you want something that resonates with people. I think that's what we all want, is to resonate with someone. Maybe it's just yourself at the end of the day. It's for the future you to look at and say, damn, I love that. So glad I made that. But if that's the case, you still need tips like that. I'd say look to Star Wars or, some other super franchise.
Minecraft is a simplified recreation of the world around us. It gives you the tools to create while providing a basic understanding of resource management. But I'd say it goes deeper than that. I believe its appearance is a sign of something greater. If you'll allow me to elaborate, the Renaissance was the ultimate expansion of the painting ability. People spent hours pouring their souls into the craft because it's all they had. This is the draw of control. Minecraft is the perfect example of tools used by someone with no control of the world around them. Our society was destined to create a platform like this, a place where you can totally be in control, tucked away from the uncertainties of the world we live within. I'd say this is why it inspired a generation. Ultimate creation, ultimate inspiration, ultimate innovation. Garfield is the purest representation of apathy in art. Much has been said about Garfield. There's no need to consider the specifics of his character because you know Garfield. He is you. Garfield is the embodiment and personification of being tired. His behavior may even lean depressed. He is unreliable, unmotivated. We've all been there. You can't blame Garfield because he's a cat. This can help you rationalize the lazy in us all. After all, you're only human.
The most important thing is that you're proceeding with good intentions, because if you put an obviously evil message out there, evil people are going to interpret it and it's going to empower them. Something like American Psycho gets lost on a lot of people because the message at the end of the day is that these people will never be checked. Like someone who's like this, somebody who's in this headspace is never going to be reined in. They can do whatever they want, right? Which is like, from most people's perspective, it's, oh, we need to fix the system. But a lot of people look at that and say, I don't want to be reined in. So you got to make sure that your message is clear and impactful and inspirational. Clear, impactful, inspirational, all of the above, bro. You could inspire someone to go, commit mass murder with a stick figure. So it's important that your stick figures are supporting the right causes, And I think that's what we have to really focus on, making art 2025. Going forward in the future, we gotta keep our head in the right zone. Especially on the internet. So much of what people's message gets lost. Like the nuance gets lost and reinterpreted and chopped up into bite-sized formats. So if you're trying to figure out the best way to break in this market, the most important thing is the message. Is like what you're trying to say in the first place. What you want people to take. Who knows who's going to see it?
Obviously, Garfield in Star Wars isn't the moon landing, but it's important nonetheless. You may never do the moon landing, You can put out something like Garfield and inspire a whole group of people. That's important. That's more important than sitting around all day doom scrolling, that's for sure. If you found this video doom scrolling, please leave a like and subscribe, and then turn off your phone or your TV or your computer, whatever it is. Turn it off, go outside, draw a picture or something. You can always come back to the internet. You have infinite time for the internet, but only so much time that you can use the abilities given to you to make something. You gotta do something important. And the only way to do something important is by creating and getting out there, making something that truly resonates with you, and it'll resonate with everyone else too. Subscribe, obviously, go listen to my music that's out tonight. There's a song out, I Saw You in a Vision. My album's been out for a little now. Obviously, I create a lot. I just want to inspire people to go out there and make their own moon landing. That's kind of my dream.